This is Detective Roger Dante's Orange County Sheriff's Office. Today's date is 7/13/2011. The time is 11:43 a.m. I'm here with Detective Dorothy Rivera at the Lake County Jail. We're waiting for Ashley Dunn to be brought in an interview room. This is in reference to case number 2011-29191. You know where it was.
Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you very much.
Make sure this thing is
Sure. I don't think it can shut
Ma'am,
off.
I can close the door.
As long as it doesn't lock you in here.
Oh, I see what you're saying. Okay, that's fine, thanks.
They took my other ID. I didn't know which one was showing.
Hello, Ashley.
Hello, boss. How you doing?
Good. I'm Detective Dante's. This is my partner, Detective Rivera, with the Orange County Sheriff's Office. Okay. I'm here to talk to you about the incident that happened over by Zelwood. Okay, I'm
It's
pretty
my
sure.
boss, yes.
Right. And so you know who I'm talking
That's my
about?
boss.
Okay. What's his name?
Guy?
Okay. All right. Since you're here at the jail, okay, obviously you were arrested this morning. You know, you're under arrest, you're not free to leave and all that, so I need to read you your rights, okay?
Yes, I need to know, like, why am I being, like, what ties you guys to me?
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, we'll talk about that. Let me just go through this process, okay? Let me read this, and once I'm done with this, we'll talk, okay?
Yeah.
All right. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say may be used against you in court. You have the right to talk to a lawyer before and during questioning without charge. If you cannot afford a lawyer and want one can be provided for you before questioning without charge. Has anyone threatened you or promised you anything to get you to talk to me?
Has anyone promised me or no?
No? Okay. Do you understand what I just read to you?
Yeah.
Okay. You wish to talk to me and my partner?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Going back to your boss, Guy Daelemans. When you were arrested, what did they tell you about the charge?
They just said I was arrested for first-degree murder.
Okay. All right. And that's what you're being charged with.
Yeah.
Okay. I do want to, hear your side and see what you have to say about it. Okay. Do you have an idea of when it happened?
Wasn't it like a couple months ago? I was at his house the day that it happened.
Oh,
I had left his house at 7. We had worked all day, left his house at 7. I had Louis, the taxi driver, come bring me home. I think I paid for it. And got home around 7 and hung up my roommate till then.
Okay.
For the rest of the night, Brian got home at 9, worked with Mr. Potter all day. He said, I was like, well, where were you? He said, Mr. Potter's, and that was it. And then I got the phone call from my dad the next morning.
Okay.
So, I mean,
Do you remember
I go over at this guy's house all the time. I had a great job. I mean, I could go to work and go make $400 or $500 a day until I found out how he was doing to get that stuff. But the fact is, that was my income. I mean, what caused me? I mean, I go to that guy's house every day. I used to bring him up Tangerine to get him drugs, and knowing that he was undercover CI.
Who does he work for?
Come to find out, he worked for Lake County and you guys.
Okay, prior to the incident.
He's the one who got my husband set up.
Who's your husband?
Well, not anymore, but, well, his fiance. It was Bryan Durfey.
Oh, okay, but you guys were never legally married
No.
or anything like that. Okay. Do you remember what day that was? The
No.
date and time? Okay. Okay, it's April 7th. Actually, is when it happened. Okay, so you were there that day.
Yes, I was there we worked that morning. We usually go, after we got work, we'd go to his house, chill, hang out, get fucked up, be honest with you, get fucked up, and
Yeah.
I'd go home.
Okay, can you take me back that day? Like, what time did you get there on the 7th? Did you
I don't know.
spend the night?
No,
or-
never like that. I mean, he had his obsessed with me. I know his dad. I mean, I knew his family. This is how close I was to this guy. This is what is freaking me out about this. They were probably got off work around 5. I wanted to say a little bit before that because I don't think I was there that long because I knew this guy was obsessed with me and I just wanted to get home. I got my money, get fucked up.
Mhm.
Then I wasn't letting my fiance know I was getting fucked up at the time. We get fucked up. We get high.
Okay.
I go
All
high.
right.
And I go home.
Okay.
Simple as that.
What time did you? Because you said you worked for the guy, right? You worked for Guy. He's
Oh, we
first
used to
name
get up
Guy.
at the time we leave in the morning.
Right. That day on the 7th. What time did you guys go to work?
Probably, I usually never woke up till after 10, so probably after 10.
Okay. Do you remember what work you guys did that
No.
day?
I want to say somewhere out on Lake Shore. That's where we usually worked.
Okay. What type of work do you guys do?
Seawall and clean lakes and stuff.
Oh, okay. Like old docks and stuff?
Yeah.
Okay. And then do you remember what time you guys got back at his house?
No, probably sometime around 5.
Okay.
I wasn't there long, I know that, 'cause I never really stayed up long.
Okay. So after 5, you said that's when you guys got fucked up?
Yep.
Okay. I know exactly what you mean, but, getting fucked up and stuff. But can you tell me, do you remember exactly what you guys were taking?
Yeah, Roxy's.
Smoking? Okay.
No,
Roxy.
we weren't smoking. I do Roxy's, I don't smoke or do anything else.
Okay. Is there any other type of pills that you guys normally take or something like that?
Xanax.
Okay. Were you guys taking Xanax and Roxy's that day?
Yeah, I always take Xanax every day.
Okay. How about Guy?
Yeah, he was taking them. He did anything I did. He was obsessed with me.
Oh, okay.
I have no shame in this. I just want to go home. I don't understand why I'm getting,
Right. Well, and
I'm
that's...
telling my parents, just tell them everything we know, and I'm not going down for somebody else's shit. I'm gonna tell y'all that right fucking now. I'm not going out. If somebody else fucking did it, I'm gonna let you know. I don't care. I'm a snitch. I'm not going to jail for somebody else's shit. To be honest with you, I really think Bryan, my husband, did it because Durfee or Guy got me set up for fucking selling pills. That's my idea. I told him when he got home, I was like, where the fuck were you? When my dad got the phone call, I reamed him out the next day, where were you that fucking night? That's my honest truth. I'm not going to prison for nobody else. I'm serious. When
Well-
Guy got him set up, we watched the tape, we went down to the lawyer's office, watched Guy set him up, watch him fucking, because he sold pills. Watch Guy with the camera, go and set him up. He was in a 10 years fucking prison.
Okay. Well, going back that night on the 7th, you said, you guys were, taking Roxy's and Xanax and all that. Did you guys buy it from Bryan or
No.
you?
I've had him. Guy usually gets them from somebody, he'll have them. Well, sometimes I get them from Tangerine.
Okay, but that day you remember you
I
bringing
had them, I already had them.
the Roxy's and
And
Xanax?
he had his own, yeah. He gets them sometimes with his people's, and I would just show up for work. And, I do them on a daily basis. If I don't have them, being in here, I'm gonna be sick.
Right.
So, knowing that I need them every day, he would make sure I had them every day.
Okay.
And I would work for 5 or 6 hours.
but that particular day, you brought the Roxy's and the Xanax?
No. That particular day, we all had our own.
Okay, so you had your own.
I
and
always
then
had,
he-
yeah, his own.
Okay, all right, and
What exactly did he have? Do you know?
Roxy's and Xanax, that's what he brought on the table.
Okay.
Yeah,
okay,
he wants to get fucked up, I got Roxy's and Xanax.
right, and you said that you left around what time?
I think it was about 7:10. That's what I
Okay.
call Louis taxi driver. You could call him up. Louis.
Okay.
Yeah, Louis.
Do you remember what kind of car?
It's a van.
It's a van?
Yeah.
Okay, what color is the van?
I don't know, it was nighttime. It was
Okay.
still dark, it was dark out.
But you know for a fact that it's Louis?
Yeah,
How do you know that
because
it's
it was
Louis?
Guy's friend.
Oh, okay, they know each other?
Yeah.
Okay. Did you call Louis or he called Louis or how did you?
I think he called Louis off his phone.
Okay.
Yeah.
Guy called
Yeah.
Louis, okay. Around 7 you said? Okay. And where did you go from there? Okay. Who
And
was,
Robert Bly, he's in this jail right now. He just had to turn himself in for something. And he's in this jail right now. Robert Bly was my roommate, and he was home when I got there.
where's home, that
At that
time?
time, 69198 Plymouth Toronto Road.
691
9A
A.
Plymouth Toronto Road.
And that's where you went?
Yes.
Robert Bly was your roommate? B-L-Y-E?
BLY.
B-L-Y.
Is he white male? Okay. All right. So you were saying something about your fiance, about he was the one that did it. I mean, how do you know
I
that?
don't know that he did it, but
Okay.
come on, the man was pissed off every day about this guy setting him up. He was looking at 10 years prison.
On the
Pill
drug-
charge. This Guy Daelemans set him up.
Okay. Do you know who was working that case?
No.
Like what agency?
What do you mean?
Like who arrested him?
Lake County did. Because they had to walk to my house.
Lake County
So
did.
I'm on the border at that point. I was on the border of Orange County and Lake County.
Okay.
And Lake County had to walk to my house.
All right.
They
Okay.
walked.
But Brian, did he, like specifically
Say?
say
No.
that?
He said
okay,
he was
so-
just at Mr. Potter's house, but. Well, no, again, what ties me to this?
Well, We
You're
have-
holding
we
back.
have-
What? Did somebody
we
tell you
have,
specifically that I walked in and did this?
listen to me, okay, listen to me. For us to do a warrant, okay, for us to do a warrant, there has to be a probable cause to make the arrest, or to do the
That's what
warrant.
I'm asking. That's what I was
Okay,
asking the lady. And I'm
alright.
like, the probable cause is what?
Okay, and a judge signed it, so, that's why you're here, okay? Brian is already under arrest
Yeah, I know. I talked
for
to
the
his
same
mom.
thing.
Yeah, I talked to his mom.
Okay, for the same thing. All right? We already talked to him. Okay, last night, as a matter of fact.
Mhm.
Okay, he already gave his side of the story. Okay, we're not gonna argue the fact whether, you were there, he was there, or whatnot. Okay, we know that both of you were there, even though you left at, so you said, 7 p.m.
You know,
Okay, yes.
because of Brian.
Well, and then some.
And then some.
Right, we got your DNA.
Oh, yeah, because I used to at the house, right? You got it at the house? On what?
We got it on evidence.
On evidence.
And there was also eyewitnesses.
And there's those other witnesses.
Eyewitnesses. No, if you guys got there's gonna be clothes, there's gonna be needles of blood at that house, there's gonna be
Well,
all
Ashley's, look, I don't think this was your idea. I believe it was Brian's idea, okay? We wouldn't be sitting here talking to you. I think that he may have talked you into something that you really didn't want to do, but you went along with it. I understand that, like you said, if you stop taking drugs, you go through withdrawal. We have enough here to put you in jail. And based on the evidence that we have, they possibly might even ask for the death penalty because it was planned. And we know that for a fact. Otherwise, we would not be here. Like he said, we spoke to Brian last night. And I can tell you right now, he don't give a shit about you.
I know.
He walked away from you. And the only reason why he started skulking back is because he thought this was coming down. Now, the reason why it took us so long to get here is because we had to build our case. Okay?
Okay.
So you can either help yourself, or you can leave it the way it is and you can go right down with him.
I'm not going down with him because I didn't do shit.
Okay?
Okay, well, tell us what happened. I mean, you were there.
Them not. But you already know what happened. If I was there,
Okay,
and
well,
you guys got a case.
We already know, but see, the reason why we already know the answers to these questions. We're seeing if you're gonna help yourself, if you're gonna lie.
Yeah, but if I was there, and I go on and say, yeah, Bryan was there, and I was there, no matter what, I'm still getting fucked because I was there.
Were you afraid? Were you afraid? Did he make you do something? Were you afraid?
Yeah,
Were you afraid of him?
yeah.
Okay.
It's still gonna be fucked. I'm still going to jail.
You don't know that?
Yes, I do. No matter what.
well, there's no change in it. Okay, what's done is done. Okay. I mean, you know, now it's just a matter of, you know, your side of the story, basically. All right. Because it seemed like this guy, it kind of manipulated you in a way, you know, Bryan, to let you agree with this thing.
I left that house at 7 o'clock.
We know that you did, but you went back.
You think so?
Yeah, I know so for a fact. That's why we're sitting here.
You guys are interrogators. You guys
That is why we're
scared shit out of me.
I'm not scaring you. What do you think? We got a judge to sign a warrant to put you here.
I understand that.
Okay. How do you think we got here? People talk.
You're going by
People talk. No, we have actual factual evidence.
What,
At the scene.
Stuff that the court, I have many stuff there. I used to sleep there. I used to.
On stuff that you lit the house on fire with?
Who set out the house on fire?
Who lit it on
I
fire?
don't know.
Yes, you do.
I don't.
Yeah, you do.
I don't. I left it 7
You know
o'clock.
what? You have no idea how much trouble you're in right now. You really don't. And you're trying to protect somebody who doesn't want to protect you. He is going to save himself and he's going to throw you under the fucking bus. Okay? People do shit because other people make them to do stuff. Don't you think, well, you know what? Life or death. You want to die in an electric chair? Or you want to,
I want to go home.
that's not happening.
All right then.
There's no bond here either. It's a no bond status.
Either way, I'm still gonna be stuck. Either way, I'm still gonna go to prison. Either way, I'm still gonna do life because I was there. Like you guys said. So if you guys prove that I'm there, and you know, I can tell you a million times that I wasn't there, but if you guys got that, like I was telling them, no fucking matter. You guys can sit here and just say, yeah, we got evidence she was there, and even if you fucking don't,
I'm not gonna lie.
Well, the thing is that y'all can fucking do that shit. And I'm saying that you, particularly yourself, are gonna do it, and I'm particularly saying you yourself are gonna fucking do it, but y'all can do that shit.
But
okay?
you have to understand.
Now, I gotta understand one thing, is that either I'm gonna lie and give in this motherfucker so he goes, and I'm still gonna be accessory to the crime, because this is what you guys are saying.
We know you were there.
I'm fucked. No matter what. Either way.
You can say it was all your idea.
No shit, I can go and let Bryan go. But I'm not gonna do that, because I'm not going down for
He's not going anywhere because we have enough evidence to hold him to. This will go to court. It will not be.
I know you said that your DNA is all over that house. Would you give us consent to get your DNA? Provide your DNA?
Why?
It's a question.
What would that do for me?
Well, they will, confirm what you were saying. And you said that, your DNA is all over the house, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Look, we
I
can't
got
offer you.
illegal in the drawers, needles in there from shooting up Rossies.
We can't offer you anything. What this is showing us is that you're uncooperative. It'll show the state you're uncooperative, and that you're just as bad as he is. That you have no conscience, period, at all. And people look at that stuff.
No, it does not look like I have a conscience, man.
I'm telling you, that's what it looks like. People get into stuff that they don't know how to get out of. We are giving you an opportunity to tell us your side of the story. What is happening? It's a lie.
Do
You want to stick to that lie?
No, that's not a lie.
Yeah, you were there and you did leave. We know that for a fact. Everything else after that is a lie.
I never told you anything after that.
Exactly, because you said you were at home and it was Robert Bly you were with and he's your alibi. That's what you told us. Do you remember saying that?
Yeah,
Okay. We know for a fact. No, he can't.
Why?
Because I know exactly where you were.
No, because you won't even get the time to even go ask me. I don't like it that much.
Ashley, that's why we're here. You have to understand drug charge.
You can go up to any judge and be like, look,
No, you can't, because they have to take responsibility.
we found a shirt, seen a crime, a trash Ashley Dunn there. We need a warrant to go arrest this girl.
This isn't fucking TV.
Oh, it's not fucking saying it's TV. It's just
It's
fucking
not
simple,
TV.
dirty cop shit. Just simple fucking how easy it
Oh,
is.
so we're dirty now.
No,
Okay.
did I say consent? Didn't I say?
No,
consent?
dirty
Not
cop
you.
shit.
You who said it was you guys that even got the evidence.
Ashley,
It was
do
just
you think that, your boss deserved to die like that?
no, definitely not. Does that mean I deserve to lose my fucking job? No. Lose my house? No. I don't.
Okay. So why did it happen?
You tell me. Why do you think I said think it happened?
You were there. I know you can tell me.
No, the only thing I can tell you is that I think Bryan Durfey did it. The only thing I can tell you.
Okay, but you can't even tell me why. You said
Because I did tell you why. I said because Guy Daelemans was going to set him up for 10 fucking first-time bills. That's why. I did tell you.
Okay.
That's why I think he did it.
After the incident, okay, were you with him after the incident with Bryan?
No,
Were you guys still together? Were you know?
After he died?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
After the boss died?
Yeah, we're still together. We went and talked to my family together. We all about
Okay.
it.
All right. Well, did he say anything to you at that point?
Mm-mm. He just kept saying it was fucking nuts.
He never said it. He never said that. Yeah, I did it or anything like that.
No, why would he? If he didn't give two fucking shits about me and just walk the fuck out. And the only reason why he talked is because he thought this shit would happen. So why the fuck would he tell me shit? If he didn't plan on being with me in the first place.
He got you to do what he wanted you to do.
What the
and left you.
fuck? What the fuck? Me being there? What does that mean? What is that giving him any pleasure?
How did he die?
Burned to death. Right?
He burned to death?
That's
Is
it?
it?
Said it. That's well, the house was on fire. This was what the news said.
Mm-hmm.
He burned to death. Now, if
You are so...
answer me this. If what you just said. He got me to do what he wanted me to do. How, by me being there, does that benefit him?
Doesn't dirty his hands.
How does that not dirty his hands?
Guess he'll point it right at you.
Because, okay, if that's the case, then why haven't we done that? And why haven't you guys just said, fuck it, you got charged. You're here, Bryan pointed all the fingers on you, but he's still sitting in jail right now. So he must have not done that, so obviously
Well,
he doesn't want to do that.
just because he said that, yeah, Ashley did it, Ashley did that, it doesn't change the fact that, that both of you have warrant. Okay? Or just because you said, yeah, Bryan did it all, Bryan did this, we
Doesn't mean it's gonna let me, so that's what I'm saying. So her saying,
but we do,
sorry,
but you gotta remember that there's always two sides of the story.
yeah, but
Okay.
then you're gonna believe either one of them.
Well, I'm not saying that, I'm gonna believe everything that, you're gonna tell me, and I don't, I'm not saying that I believe whatever he told me last night, okay? I was not there, number one, okay? I never witnessed any of it, okay? So we're just going by your story and his story,
And the evidence that we
okay?
have.
And then the evidence, okay? I can tell you that we have probable cause to arrest both of you, okay, because we put both of you there. All right. So this is one of those opportunity that hey, if you wanna say your side of the story, because it seems like it's all his idea, okay. I know.
It's all his idea.
Let me-
I'm not going down
let
for
me-
this motherfucker.
and I understand that, okay, because he's got the motive because of that drug case, and I'm aware about that drug case. Okay? And that's why we're here. Okay, if we didn't care about you,
I wasn't even supposed to be picked up yet as Orange County because Orange County already said we weren't even supposed to come get Ashley like that, but Lake County took over.
who told you that?
It don't matter, I'm just saying, it's just the fact that that's what I was told, and if that was the case, then how come yesterday, when I got a call from the sheriff's office to come pick up the dog, why would you arrest Bryan for that cause and not me and just arrest me later?
I don't even know what the hell you're talking
Yeah.
about.
Bryan got arrested yesterday, why don't we both get arrested on the same time?
I was not there. So I don't know what happened during the arrest, okay? I did talk to Bryan, so
That's my
I can't.
case. That's pretty much where I'm gonna leave it at. I guess I'll be sitting in jail for a while waiting to see what happens.
Alright, let me go let you know.
All right, good.
Yeah. Well, it's a damn shame because you're a stupid man.
You go down there.
Right there.
Yeah, she's ready to go back. Phone number, 352, 303, 303.
There you go. Think about it. If you change your mind, call us.
Just don't lock it, so we don't get stuck here. All right, that concludes the interview. The time is 12:09 p.m. This is Detective Roderick Dantes with Orange County Sheriff's Office, along with Detective Dorothy Rivera. We're here at the Lake County Jail in Lake County, Florida. Today's date is 7/13/2011. The time is 7:15 p.m. Here with us is Christopher Dunn, and this is going to be a meeting between Christopher Dunn and Ashley Dunn. And it's going to be in reference to case number 11-29191.
they said the only reason why they would is because you're being extradited. You're not in really on any charges, and that because I've been on the waiting list. I've been sitting there all afternoon waiting to have you call back.
They said I'm getting charged with it.
Yeah, but as far as this place, you're only, the way everything comes up is that you're in on transportation charges on a different area. That's all it reads. And I talked to them today. I said, how long is she going to be there? They don't know how long you're here because they have to wait until they can get it through their, however the court system goes. Their people have to be able to file the paperwork to get you through. And
Yeah, they still shouldn't have got me.
Ashley, they said that they have witnesses of you and Bryan leaving the house. They said they've got people that actually saw you guys running from the house.
They don't. That's the thing. I mean, they didn't even say that I went back there. I'm like, I stayed home. I'm like, this is all I can tell you is that I was there at 7, or I was there before 7 and I left. I was like, they think I went back. I didn't go back. They're like, we've got fucking DNA. I'm like, you fucking probably do. I used to fucking hang out there every fucking day.
I'm just telling you what they told me. They said that the people that lived around there, they said that they saw people running from the house. Okay? They picked out supposedly you and Bryan out of pictures because they said it was a male and female, so they put up pictures. They picked you and Bryan out of it, is what they're saying. They and it was within minutes of the fire breaking out. This is what they're telling me. And you know, I'm a fucking nervous wreck, Ash. You know, I don't know what the hell is going on.
I really didn't fucking do this.
And one of your other biggest problems is they wouldn't come out and say it. Bryan gave a statement already.
Yeah. What did I say?
He's pointing. They won't come right out and say it, but basically they're telling me that he's very cold and he had no problem throwing someone under the bus for it. You know, and it's like,
I'm going away for a long time. There's nothing I can do but wait for this court appearance and just hope to God that they don't charge me. That's pretty much all I can do.
well, this first court appearance isn't anything. It's just to move you from here to there.
There's not going to be court for that.
Well, they has to be.
Tomorrow I'll have first appearance and they'll
Right.
tell me what I'm getting charged with.
Right, but then you have to go, there's some sort of a process they have to for the extradition, because Lake County has you. I guess whoever picked up Bryan was able to bring Bryan right to Orange County. And that's what they had said this morning, I guess, was that they had the marshals out looking to pick you guys up, and that's who ended up talking to you the day before on the phone when they were trying to get you down to get the dog.
Yeah, I knew that was a setup.
Well, they didn't come out and say that, but
They know
that's what it seems
I'm
like.
like, you fucking dog for real?
When they came to the house this morning, they didn't say anything about having Bryan. They said that there was what they told me is that they wanted you for questioning. There was a capital murder warrant out for Bryan. They needed to get to you because they know that somewhere in there you had information or you had. They needed to talk to you on. That's what they were telling me. And I was like, what the I woke up, well, your mother screaming at 7:30 this morning because people were running through the yard, or somewhere around there. I don't know exactly what time it was. I had just fallen asleep. And I get up and go to the front door, and
I
it
really
was,
wish you would have told them where I stayed at so I could at least got the money out the bank and turn myself in with money. Because now I'm going to be fucked with nothing.
why are you going to be fucked
I
with?
have no money. All my money's in the bank. I have $350 in the bank. I was going to get that this morning. None of you all are going to help me.
Okay.
You guys didn't last time. I'm only going by when I
And you know why I didn't help you last time? You want to know the honest truth? Because it pissed me off that you turned around and took a week before you went in here and then came and walked through the door with absolutely nothing. What was the week for? To get everything set up so you could be all set to turn yourself in.
Brian was supposed to give me the money. I wasn't working then. It was supposed to be Brian helping me out.
Well, I I understand that, Ash, but it always keeps going. You know, you're sitting there doing things, and then it always goes back, you know, hey, well, this didn't happen because of this person or that person, you know? And it's, you know, Ashley, I have sat there.
I have nothing to help me out, and the only thing I'm going on right now is by the Lord himself to know that I didn't do this. That's all I'm going on, knowing that I didn't do it. And I told the cops straight up, I was like, I'm fucked enough as it is. Y'all think I did it? I was like, so me sitting here telling you guys I didn't do it doesn't matter. I'm already fucked.
Well, that was their big thing, is that you never, you know, they said when they walked in to talk to you that you sounded like you wanted to talk to them. And then as time went on, it was more, you know, to see what you could, you know, find out that they had. And then you just kind of dummied up. And they, you know, they were kind of shooken because they said after talking to Bryan, they figured that, you know, they'd at least hear something out of you, hear something on your side.
Back and forth. He did it. I did it. Shit. Brian's saying I fucking did it. Brian's saying I fucking did it. Then.
Well, you know, I'm not saying it. They didn't come out and say that. That's what I. That's.
I really don't believe he is.
No.
I really believe it's just good cop, bad cop, fucking shaking up, fucking.
Yeah.
Look, he's all against you, bullshit.
I don't have any faith in Bryan. I don't. I'm sorry. I don't. And I don't because, you know, just how I've seen him act. I don't, you know.
I don't think Bryan did this. I'll be honest with you. I really can't say for the fact because Bryan was gone, but I really don't think Bryan did this. I really think he has something to do with it, but I don't think he was the one who did it. So.
You know what fucks me up with it is because the first thing you said to me this morning was it was him.
Yeah.
You know, and then it's like.
But I mean, no, it wasn't me. That's all I had to was going for. All I want these cops to know what my side of the story was. I wasn't sitting here telling them Brian's side of the story. It was my fucking side of the story.
You didn't tell them anything, though. I mean, you
exactly
didn't.
where I was. They asked me where I was on April 7th. At that time, I told them I was at home. It's pretty much all I can say because that's pretty much the fucking truth.
And you have a roommate there. Nobody there to see you?
What do you mean?
Was your roommate home?
Yes.
And he'll sit there and say that you were there all night. You never left again.
Yeah.
And he was up and everything else.
Yep. I even gave him his name, their names. He's in jail right now for something, but I said he's in this county right now. Go get him. He just turned himself in yesterday.
What the hell is he in for?
I don't know, some driving thing.
I can't believe they didn't make you take that off. It's just, you know.
You could send that to make me talk.
No.
Why are you good to talk to me?
Why? Because I've been sitting here waiting all afternoon for you to call back from the time I've talked to them because I wanted to know what the hell was going on. I've been up all fucking day. I've got about 2.5 hours sleep since all of this has gone on. And then I called.
Murderers, the dad come in and talk to him?
No. Well, I mean, they didn't say anything about that. They just said because you were being extradited. There's not really a charge on you here. You're under holding. That's all they said. I called up to see because under my impression was there's always a few days that it takes. You have to put the names in, the whole 9 yards. And I called up. I said, how many days is it for me to get in? They asked me who you were and everything else. I told them.
Fucking murder there. Everybody, the cops won't even look at me. They fucking won't even walk one alone with me. The guy was like, I'm not walking alone with you. I'm like, get out of here, man. I get caught here and they had like 10 fucking cops out there ready to get me. The cop's like, she's like 5 feet.
They had 10 cops where?
Out there to get me, pull me in here. They had like 16 cops out there at the house.
They had, well, I left there was 2.
Oh, yeah. When I left there was about 8 cop cars.
There was 2, and they were walking into the driveway when I pulled out. And I was like,
They probably called later.
well, there was a ton.
And I would have turned myself in, and I just didn't want to go in like that. I really didn't.
You know, Ash, I don't know what to think half the time. I don't know what's what and what's going on, you know. Believe me, I want to, you know, I want to sit there and just get this over and done with. I want to see you be able to get out.
Y'all better just forget about it. I'm telling you.
Why?
Because there is nothing. I'm going to go to court. Well, anyway, we're looking at a good year before anything ever happens. Before I ever go to trial, before I get all my witnesses witnesses out there to show that I was there, for anything to prove that I wasn't doing anything. So I'm gonna be stuck in Orange County that long.
You know, it's like I said to you before, you know, I never could believe that, you know, it's like even when Bryan came to the house that day, you know, you could tell that he knew something, you know, and that was my biggest fear, is that somebody knew something that was going on. You had, I don't know, I didn't like the fact that you were sitting there telling me the whole time that, oh, you're the only one I've ever talked to. And it just how he was acting and listening to you. I mean, you were too openly, even in that house, you were too openly, you know? There's no way that...
That's what I told Ryan. I was like, he had to have known I was lying. I was like, just by the way I came across, and he's like, why'd you even say it was you? I was like, because I just didn't want the heat to be put on him. Because of the whole charge with fucking guys setting him up and stuff. I was like, they're already gonna fucking be out for you for that shit. I don't know,
I guess that's all they kept saying that it was coming back as, is that really, I mean, there might have been a lot of people that hated him, you know, and there was no doubt. I've talked,
people want him dead.
you know, Tavares sat there, and I talked to a cop one night, and, you know, he sat there telling me that guy was the biggest piece of crap, and that, you know, it was just only time before somebody got him and this and that. And it's like, that's all well and fine. It's just the timing of it and everything else. It was like, you know, no matter how you slice it, it's going to point back to him. No matter how you slice it. I mean, you know, that was the first thing you guys said on the phone, is that you knew it was going to point back to you guys. You know, because of, you know, how it was. What did he, you know, 2 weeks or something like, no, that week or something, he heard him on tape. I mean, give me a break. He's not being a fucking real bright.
It was the day before and he heard him.
Well, I remember him saying that week that he had gone into his lawyer, but I mean, he's not being.
It's gonna look bad on him.
Well, it's not a bright
Come
thing.
back on fucking me like this. I was like, dude, I fucking hung out with the guy every fucking day. I was like, it was my job. I mean, really, do you think I enjoyed losing my job, losing my place of staying because I couldn't afford it no more because the guy was dead? You think I want to kill somebody and lose everything? I mean, come on. That was all I had.
Well, the only thing that kind of, when all of this started going on, the only thing that we didn't like was when you were coming over the house and the way your moods were. You know, we figured that there was something that was really bothering you.
It had to do with Bryan. 1 minute fucking Bryan was sweet. Next minute Bryan was a dick. The next minute Bryan treated me like shit. And then it was all happy-go-lucky Bryan. That was my problem.
Well,
I did not know if my husband was seriously in love with me and I was getting engaged with somebody who I did not know loved me or not. That was my problem. I'm in love with somebody that does not love me. Nothing to do with this shit. The day Guy died is the day I said it. I knew something was going to happen. I took him on the tangerine. He almost got his head shot in.
Well, but like I said, I don't doubt that. From what everybody says about the fucking guy, he's a
beast. I made a big deal about this. I knew I should have went and asked questions right away just to figure this shit out because I did not think this was going to come back on me. I really didn't. But it'll be a while before I have this motherfucker.
Well, I mean, I don't know what to say about it. I know that, you know, however it is, you're going to have to just be, even if it's only to the point of, I don't know, what you know about that night. It doesn't matter that you had to not be there, Ashley, but him not being home or whatever. I mean, I'm sorry. You can look at me any way you want, but I'm sitting on the other side, Ashley, sitting there having to, you know, believe it or not, go through this every day too, and wondering what the hell's going to go on. You know, it's not easy.
Dad, expect the worst. That's all I can tell you. Expect the worst. Let it in. Because I'm sorry, but this is how it's going to end. Once they got you, Dad, there is no letting it go. This is why I already freaked out inside the jail cell and already knew and accepted the fact. This is it. There is no, I mean, Casey Anthony, I don't know how the fuck she got let go, but look, she waited 3 years for that. That's the only thing I got.
Well,
to is, okay, 3 years from now, maybe something will happen.
Well, that was her attorneys that did that, and they would have done it another 5 years if they could have, but they stopped.
I don't have an attorney.
Well,
It's not a bad thing. You guys accept it. I tell Mom, I said I love her, but this is it. I'm sorry. I never meant to get mixed up in this shit. I didn't think this would go down like this. I really didn't, but I did not kill that guy. I did not have nothing to do with it. No knowledge. That's my dad. I'm telling you this. I know you don't believe me because
no, it's not that I don't believe you. It's
said
not.
before that I did it and stuff because it was just me being in love with Bryan and not wanting you to hate Bryan, but
Ashley, believe it or not, that's exactly, and I had already kind of gone over the deep end on him. It was everything. And it wasn't just that. I didn't like the night that he sat there and said that to me outside the bondsman's office. I didn't like it. I thought that guy was not going to ever make it to court. Just absolutely no way, no how. Guy was making it to court. And he said the guy already, he was high as a fucking kite. He probably doesn't remember even saying
I
it,
know
but.
I introduced myself to Bond like 5 times to Bond.
Yeah. And, I thought by the end of the conversation, I had convinced him how stupid of an idea it was, and when I found out about the robberies and everything else, and I brought it up to you guys that night. I never knew about that. I mean, when you first introduced me, my first thing was, oh my God, she's finally got one that's clean cut, looks, like he's got his head on his shoulders and everything else. I mean, it'd been a long while for that.
The guy robbed 7 banks in a year. It takes kind of smart stat.
Well, that's Ashley. That I give it to the guy on that, but I mean, he's obviously, and I can understand him being pissed off. What got him in the situation? There was no need of it. But I mean, let's be real. Guy's willing to go in and supposedly have the thing taped at his lawyer's, because that's what he said that night, and that's what you guys kept talking about. But he supposedly wanted to go in and have it taped and everything else, so why would you even think any further than that? If he's going to go in and go
Don't set him up. We watched the tape. He didn't want Guy to testify against him. That's what he just kept saying. He's like, he can't testify against me. He can't testify against me. And I'm like, maybe he won't show.
That's what I kept trying to. I said, why don't you just send him out of town? If he doesn't show up, then then it's fine. You kill him, they're just going to read everything into it, And like I said, I was going between, you could see how high he was, and that other fucking kid stumbling around. He was something. Yeah, he just kept telling me how he could. He knows my paper route. He could do it with no problem. Too bad he's going away. He could do it. And I'm going, yeah, just go that way, And then I had, Guy pulling up, and I'm like, what the hell? And I'm turning around, and the cops are chasing Bryan down the street, and I'm saying, and I'm feeling bad because I feel.
What do you mean they're chasing Bryan down the street?
You don't remember coming out of jail and the cops had him pulled over? Well, as soon as he pulled out of there, they came flying out from across. I never knew they were there, but they were sitting across the street watching us. And he, as soon as he pulled out to go that way, all of a sudden, all you could hear, when they stomp on it, you heard that, and I looked up, and it was a sheriff's truck. I don't know, I think it was a sheriff's truck going flying by. It was a truck. And I was like, holy shit. And 2 seconds after that, Guy pulls up. And he's going, well, what's going on? Ashley's calling me to pick me up, or pick her up, or where is everybody to pick her up? I said, Bryan just went down there, but the cops followed him. And he wanted to come down. I'm going, no, you stay here. I'll go see what's what and come back, And he's like, and I get back up there to wait, and he's sitting there telling me, all the crap about Bryan. And he didn't say anything about the pills, but he was just, oh yeah, he's a bank robber, he's this, he's that. I'm going, no, it can't be because, and the guy was an idiot. This
guy went to jail for 13 times for grand arson.
Well, what the hell? He was arguing with me on where you were born. Yeah. he insisted that it was New York. I said, listen, yeah, I said, it was New Hampshire, I know. I raised her. You know, she was next to me the whole time. I said, don't be an idiot. It was, oh, no. I'm telling you, it was New York. I've seen it on one of her arrest things. I said, yeah. I don't know if you've ever noticed that, but one of them says New York.
Yeah.
Yeah. One of the first ones you ever, it said home state, New York or something like that. I'm going.
Like Homestead?
Birthplace is what it is. Birthplace, and it says New York, and I'm going, where the hell did they come up with that? So when he said it, it didn't.
Does it really say that?
Yeah, only on one of them. The rest of them says New Hampshire. But, I was like, where the hell did he come up with? I guess I kind of knew because it was on there, but it was like.
I'm really depressed. I just don't want to be stuck in jail or nothing. I can deal with this. For some reason, I can deal with this.
Well, I will make sure that you get stuff in here. I will. I know I can walk out and put something in today, Ash, but I don't know if it's even doing you any good because I don't know how long you're here.
Yeah, but if I leave tomorrow or if I leave today, it'll be extradited with me.
They'll give you the money?
Yeah.
All right. I'll see what I've got on me, and if not, I've got like $200 in quarters.
Any way you can see Bryan, just to get I wanted to send you guys up there to see him, but I don't know how you can get a hold of him to where you can tell him to put
Honestly,
in a presentation.
I have no clue. I don't know how they work, and I don't know what's what and where's how.
When I go to first appearance tomorrow, I think I'll be able to use the phones. I'll give you a number. I kind of really want you to go talk to Bryan. I kind of want to see what he has to say.
You think he's going to say anything to me?
When you said the whole dog thing was a setup, I called his mom and I was like, they just called me telling me they called you. And she said that she talked to them and she's going to get the dog. So if that was all a setup, the mom's telling me she had to go down and get the dog because he did get arrested. He did.
Oh, I know he got arrested.
So,
they didn't say anything about it being a setup, but I know, let's be real, they were looking for you too. It was both, had a warrant out for you. And if they're calling you to go there, it seems pretty.
Yeah, I know it is right. Fuck off.
The
dog can't fucking come here. I'm not going to get the dog. Call his mom.
And what did his mom have to say? She didn't.
She just said it was a new felony charge that the judge just signed. Look him up. He's not even on fucking.
I tried. I couldn't. Well, Mom tried. She couldn't find anything on Lake County, on Orange County.
That's what his mom said. Because I was talking to his mom this morning when I was talking to you guys.
Now I don't. Mom was able to pull yours right up,
Yeah.
and it just.
Weird.
Well, I don't know. This place is weird anyway. They did stuff a while back where they tried to do things quicker so you could see it, but and all it says on there is that you're just being held on a warrant from a different area. That's it. It doesn't say any.
I don't want to tell you for it.
And when they talked to me, all they said was, like I said, they told me that it was more like a fishing expedition on your side, trying to find out what was what. And then they said you didn't have much to say. And then
If you say that, then why are they letting me go?
Because they've already filed it.
More that I am getting charged. They can stop saying that they're just trying to find out information. You can stop believing that.
Well, Ashley, without a doubt, I realize that you're getting charged, but I do realize that
I have no chance of getting out of here.
their biggest thing isn't you. The biggest thing is him. When I talked to the female cop, when I was sitting there talking and the female cop would start talking to me, I got more of the impression that she kind of, felt bad for you in a way, and I don't know, it's almost like, I don't know if it's a female thing that, you can see where you get hooked into a guy and then, you try and go too far. protecting and everything else, or you do too much for them, and whatever the circumstance is, whether it's,
That lady said she's like, you were scared and you got told to do something you didn't want to do. I was like, nobody's gonna fucking tell me, especially something like that. Come murder somebody. I mean, what?
but it's not even the way I look at it, it isn't even the act of anything happen. I think that, half of it is the point of, they feel that you know more than what you're saying, and that's what they're looking. That's the biggest part of what they're looking
That's
for.
pretty much what they're gonna get. So they can give up. If they come and visit me again, I'm gonna turn it down. That's pretty much all I got, guys. I would love to be able to get the fuck home. I would love to be able to put it on Ryan, and I'm not going to. So I'm not gonna lie about it. I'm not gonna. If he's doing it,
Nobody wants you to lie, Ash. I mean, that isn't going to do anything any good. That's just craziness.
well, y'all can accept this fact. I'm sorry. Don't tell Craig. Don't tell anybody up north. Mom's going to, isn't she? She already did, didn't she?
Well, I guess she's had a talk with her mother. Didn't say why, just said that you were in jail and you're going to probably be here for a little while. Didn't, go into any details on anything, just, that was about
Well,
it.
if one bitch can get away from murdering her kids, then maybe I can get out this charge.
How are you,
How's your home?
they told me that you mentioned that you might be going through withdrawals in here.
Yeah.
How you doing?
Like shit. I really want to go later. I almost refused this. So they told me it was you. I'm not really go. I thought it was the damn fucking detectives again. I'm like, I want to refuse that shit. They're like, it's your dad. I'm like, oh. My back's killing me. But I could have really talked to my boss. My boss would have probably paid for a lawyer for me. That would have been cool. Oh yeah, I take care of horses.
I know. We've gone. You told me, you've talked about it. When did she finally came back this week?
Yeah, oh yeah. That's another thing. How come you kept never coming over when you said you were going to?
When did I say I was
After
coming?
Tampa?
I don't know. To be honest,
Yeah.
the whole thing with everything is when it was like every time you called me, Ash, it was money. That's what it was. It wasn't talking to me or anything else. It was money, 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 money.
I
And
would have talked to you on the phone. If you wanted to talk to you, then I would have talked to you on the phone.
I understand that, but the reasoning was never to sit there and talk to me. The reason was sit there for money. And it was like, I don't know, give me a break. It's like, I can't sit there and I wish I had $1 million that I could just throw in a bank account. You could just do what you needed to do, but I don't have that. And it's like, no matter how it was sliced, it was like it was a never-ending thing. And
I don't know. They kept asking you that one day to give me that one little bit of money.
yeah, but Ash, you turn around and ask me, and I told you that I would do it on some. Then I don't hear from you for 3 or 4 days, and then
I
you.
didn't buck you because that's exactly what I knew you were gonna feel. If I would have called you and been like, Dad, I need that money, you would have been like, Jesus Christ, Ashley. I just didn't want to.
And in all honesty,
If he wanted to give it to me, he would have remembered, and he just felt.
Well, I did remember, but I didn't. Sunday I pick up all my money, and I didn't. Believe me, by the time I'm finished that, I'm in no fucking mood to go riding around anywhere. I had no issue. I had the money sitting there every Sunday. I had no issue if you stopped by to grab it. But then it was just like, just like a non-stop ending thing.
I looked at it as, I don't want to bug him, so that's why I went another week without it. I was like, I'll just fucking struggle to then. And then I really came down to needing it. I asked you again, and that's when you said you were in Tampa, and that's when.
Well, I was. I mean, I've got Tampa again tomorrow for both of them. And the way that's going is that we're going to end up, I think, tying them up in the backyard and leaving them there for a couple weeks. Kyle off all his ADHD meds.
I don't want to hear about the week I got that.
Okay.
It hurts. Upstairs.
Okay.
I need to lay down. I'm sorry, guys. She had to look at this. You don't have to. All you have to do is tell the cops to get out of it.
Oh, think their thing's over with at this point. Honestly, I think the only reason why I got a call today was just because I'm a father, and they just wanted to, and I'll be honest with you, and I think I told you before that I had a fear for you, because if anything,
I really felt like Daddy set me up. I'm gonna be honest with you.
yeah,
I really did.
I didn't set you up, Ash. Honest to God, I didn't. And I guess whatever's whatever.
I'll
But
keep in touch with you guys. I'll call you. Well, if there's money in my account, I'll call you guys to see what's going on.
okay.
I don't want to forget about you guys, and you guys are the only reason why I'm going through all this, but sorry, I did not expect this all to go this way.
All right.
I made the wrong choice and stuff. He seemed like such a good kid, and didn't really seem like it'd be a problem like this, and now look.
When I first met him, Ash, he wasn't that mocus every time, and as time went on, I mean, there wasn't a time where he wasn't totally looped until the last time you showed up at the house. That's the first time I've seen him straight since the first time I met him. You know what I mean? He just, every single solitary time, and the frickin' things that grab you by your soul, you're not gonna, you gotta be honest, you've seen it, whether people are thinking straight or not.
Serious, like right now, he's on things for like 4 years.
Yeah, well, anytime he's ever been in before, didn't you take him with him, and because I thought they would have to do something because he's been.
All three of them.
If you bring, really, because I thought if you, for one thing, it's like that day, huh?
They'll get me hydrocodone here. That's
Well,
pretty much it.
That day that he got arrested here, he brought him with him, didn't he? He brought some. Well, that's how
He
you.
ate about 10 of them.
Oh, because that's. I thought that's how you got nailed with driving.
I got nailed with driving because I just pulled up into I called and see him getting out, and I pulled up to the little driveway part where they pull you in.
Yeah, but earlier that day you said you went up there with his pill bottles because he had some in his pocket.
Yeah, he did. And he was trying to get away with it.
Oh. I don't know. I was just under the impression that is lying.
Well, what time did you came in here?
Oh, I don't know. I got here just probably after 7, 5 past or something. And it was kind of weird because I went up to do the regular thing, and then they told me to come back downstairs and sit, and I was like, what the hell is that? Anyways, I thought as long as you had your
They
prescription,
say they were going to come back and talk to me.
I believe they're waiting until you get down there. They just felt that, maybe in a little while that you'd be more receptive to talking, but.
There's not much I can say, Dad. I really can't. I really wish I could, because it's to the point where I do not want to go down for nobody, but.
Like I said, Ash, it might be something small. Maybe you'll think of, and it'll be something small that will make sense. That,
If they
will
got
be.
somebody that says they saw me at that crime scene, that I'm not going nowhere. Sorry. That's probable cause to arrest me for murder.
Well, I understand, even if it's not, it's probable cause for the arson because they said that, it was when they said that you and him had run from it, and right at that point you could see the flames. So it was like an instantaneous thing that they saw people running in at the same time. They could see the flames kicking up in the house, is what they were saying.
How does that put into me?
Well,
Really,
my
But
understanding.
Get out. I mean, that's just like the most worst.
My understanding on how they said it to me is that when they were going through questioning. They said they've questioned a ton of people, and a lot of them was just from around there. You guys told me that they pulled the taxi driver in. But the people around there that said they saw people leaving, they had mentioned that it was a male and female. When Brian's name came up, they kept going through and tied you to Brian. So I don't know how, and
Everybody knows what Brian, right?
well, they tied you to Brian and they started showing pictures, and that's, I mean, I told you they showed me Brian's lineup, and it was kind of weird. It was an old one, but I mean, they had it sitting right there. Yeah, they had it sitting right there, so they didn't say anything about you. They said that they would like to talk to you. They knew your name, they'd like to talk to you on it, but they never mentioned that anything about that. I mean, today is when they sat there and told me that they had people that identified you guys leaving. They've been pretty, in all honesty, they've been pretty tight-lipped with me on anything going on, and it's been one of my things is just trying to fish to see what's what. And I met them at Chick-fil-A for, I don't know, maybe 5 minutes, and they just sat there and told me that you didn't say anything, that you felt you were going to end up being sick. They pretty much, well, because of the withdrawals. They
I never
just,
said I'd have to leave because I was going to be sick.
no, I didn't say that you had to leave. I just, they did like a small oversight on what you guys had said, that you had mentioned something about going through the withdrawals in here.
Trust me, I'd love to get the fuck out of here.
And then they pretty much said that that was one of your big questions. If you talked, would you be getting out or something to that effect? And they said at this point they weren't going to lie, that you were being held. And
They were that in it, but I was fucked.
I'm just telling you how they put it to me.
Dad, you gotta remember they're playing this good cop, bad cop deals, just like fucking TV. Just fucking like it. She was saying it ain't like fucking TV. I'm like, bullshit. You got something on me saying that I'm at that scene. There ain't nothing I can fucking do anymore. I'm fucked. All because I fell in love with a fucking idiot. Alright, we'll go back upstairs and lay down. I'm sorry, Dad. I feel like shit.
All right.
I love you guys.
Hit your button, because that's the only way I can get out too.
I'll call you back as soon as. As soon as it gets in the classification.
All right.
Right now, I'm at the classified. Right now, the classification. If they let me in there,
They can't take it out.
yeah, this fucking picture looks weird, doesn't it?
I didn't even see
You
it.
don't want to see it. I look like I've been on fucking crack for 7 days and I don't even weigh that much. I don't look that skinny like that.
Shit, well, you don't look that skinny in that thing. That orange thing.
Fat as dead. I weigh 140 right now. This thing looks like I weigh about 120.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, that don't even look like me.
Mom had just went on and said she pulled up yours just to see what it was saying, and it just said you were being held on that other thing, and that was that.
So we're getting charged with murder and arson?
Oh, I don't know. They didn't really. The guy this morning mentioned arson. The sheriff mentions the arson, but all he said was, like I told you, Brian. They were looking for Brian, or they had a warrant for him for capital murder, but they were looking for you to talk. That's what they told me at the door. They were looking for you to talk. They had a warrant for Brian for capital murder, and they said that he went in and shot somebody in the head and burnt his body. That's what they said to me. That's why, and then when they told me that,
I thought he got burned.
huh?
I only thought he got burned. He said something about being shot in the head. I just heard a story of him being burned.
That's, yeah, that's what they said, that he went in and shot him in the head and burned him. Well, they had told me that that's the only thing, and I have to wait because that thing's locked. I tried to go to the bathroom and I had to, this one isn't, but that one is. I tried it the first time and I had to wait for the guy to come back in here to let me out so I could go use the bathroom and come back.
Dude, I went got a haircut yesterday and this fucking lady cut my hair so short. And she cut the whole top of it real short so it like puffs up. Pissed.
What'd you do, get paid yesterday? What bank is your stuff in?
Fifth Third.
Fifth Third, I love that.
Why?
Just a weird name.
I don't see awesome.
I see them all the time when I go up through Ocala, and it's like, that's kind of a really off, what the hell is, where the hell did they come up with a Fifth Third?
Freezing.
Just looking at the tattoo. Is that a new one? On the arm? What is that one? When did you have that done?
Helping him out when I would look at him, he's like, this is for all the time she helped me out. I'm like, how the fuck is that money I spent on your ass? And I was like, I'm putting your habit in my head. I was like, it's bullshit. That's what I paid for this tattoo.
How long did he end up getting?
3 years.
What's that, a little over,
Jail anyways.
little over a year before he's out, or 3 years he's got to spend? How long did Melissa end up with?
5. Yep. I know, everybody I know is in prison right now. So I'm gonna go there and know everybody, and it's gonna be fucking ridiculous, but I mean, the only reason why it's not scaring me right now is that I know I didn't do shit, and all I can think of is that I'm not gonna get accused of something and I know I didn't do it.
Oh, Ash, I'll do what I can to help you out. I mean, if I can come up with extra money for an attorney or something, I'll throw it in.
Yeah, I wonder, remember Brett Miller, I wonder if he's gonna fucking do Brian.
I don't know because, it's Orange County, so I don't know. I mean, he might, I don't know. Maybe it all depends, if the cash is going to be there to... See, the biggest thing is having the cash to get one started, and then they can walk in and, that's what Casey did. She had paid them for a little bit and then turned around and said, well, she's broke, we want you to pay. That's how she got to keep the attorneys. Because, it ended up turning so the state paid.
Well, if they don't do that for me.
Well, the point is getting one started. If you just go in there, they give you a public defender. If you have an attorney when you start and then you go broke because you're in jail and you can't, they can go file. If they want to keep the case, they can go file for the state to start paying their fees. And that's how Casey, that was a big thing, but she had paid him hundreds of thousands of dollars out of the pictures she sold and everything. And then they said, well, all that money's gone and we need money. Yeah, all the news agencies and stuff wanted pictures of the baby. So she was selling all the family pictures and stuff like
They
that.
asked me if I wanted to be questioned by news and media and stuff. But no. I don't want to be on fucking TV.
No, they said it was a high-profile case, and I'm going, I haven't seen anything about it. Well, it's not. I think it's more that with all the crap that's going on up in that area lately, that it's starting to make. If it was just that one, but with the cop shooting and there was another guy that got stabbed or something. I think it's just the area is warranting. Plus, you've got that thing that just happened in Mount Dora with, not that it's a murder or anything, but the Jewish center, so it brings, I guess they painted some graffiti, and some Jewish priest went to open up a church in downtown Mount Dora, and he's paying all of his money to get it swapped over. And it's just kind of, somebody went in and did it, so half the area went and cleaned it, wiped everything off of it and stuff. But I guess there was news media all over the place, and every time you turn around, there's a robbery somewhere. And one of my stores the other night, right after the papers or while the papers got dropped off, the alarm started going off. And I love you, baby. You take it easy, okay? Okay. Love you. Bye.
This concludes the statement. The time is 8:11 p.m.